And welcome to the Race by Race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Paul Lally is here with all the selections. We have the 9 races from a 6:40 post time and racing on the Seacourse tonight. Class 5 the first, the class droppers numbers 1 and 2. Island Golden has the blinkers off. Joyful Life has the crossover noseband on, blinkers again also. Speedy Fortune pacifiers off, cheek pieces go back on. Wood on Fire, blinkers off, visor returns. Winning Turn, pacifiers with cows off, crossover noseband and blinkers go on. Tongue tie comes off. Multi-Darling West cheek pieces again here, Paul, with Speedy Fortune a joint leader.
Yeah, look, I think he can go forward with Wood on Fire. He does go forward when the opportunity arises, and he has drawn 7, so I think that will arise. Island Golden from an inside draw, Give Me 5's been handy recently. Joyful Life's drawn wide, but does like to go forward. Might have to work in the early stages. Winning Heart will just try and tuck in behind him. Hoss goes back.
And he is where we start, Hoss. He hasn't won for quite some time, but he is more than proven over the 1200 metres. Winning Heart, Island Golden and Lucky Generations also coming out of this replay.
Last win of 67, this Hoss, and he's now down to 33. So surely he's at a stage where he can just about win a race. I've got him in the numbers. I've actually got one to beat him, one of the downgraders. But look, I think he can. He's been consistent a little bit recently. Wasn't momentarily held up, wasn't too far away. But if he's going to win a race, it's going to be shortly, I think.
There's been a few winners come out of that race already. There's only 2 downgraders in the race. You've got one on top. Hopefully it's Give Me 5.
It is. Yeah, it is actually. Look, I've always had a bit of time for this horse once he got onto the all-weather, and he's run 2 really good races on the all-weather with 2 placings. Comes back to Happy Valley. Happy Valley is his better course on the turf by far. He's been placed 5 from 11, so he's more than capable. All those in Class 4. Comes down to Class 5 for the first time. A horse in a bit of form, as you can see here. I think he's just about ready to win. So from barrier 4, he's the one I do like.
It's nice and easy, no need to go past. Race 1, number 1 for your selection.
Yep, so going to go with him. Give Me 5, he's on top from Hoss. Going in there second, he's very well rated. Winning Heart will need a little bit of luck from the wide draw. And another really well rated horse, although getting on in age now, is Wood on Fire. And if he goes and puts himself on the pace, he can be a hard horse to get past at times. 1, 8, 10, 9.
Give Me 5 for Karis Teaton and Frankie Law for Paul to win the opening race at the Valley on Wednesday. And race number 2, this also a Class 5 race, but this one over the 1800 metres with a polar fighter on the class drop at the top of the book. Kingly Demeanor is 2. He's a 2-time winner in this grade. Flying Silver's 1 for 1 when it comes to Class 5 racing. Verbier last start winner goes up an extra 6 pounds in weight for it. Joyful Champion's best form is at Shard 10 and winning steps from the 1650 to the 1800 metres here, Paul, and it worked last time for Verbier leading.
I'm sure they're going to try it again, and he wasn't stopping. He set up some really quick sectionals as well, Verbier. Kingly Demeanor, he likes to go forward. Leather Master from a tricky draw can get across, winning 7. Flying Silver's been handy recently, all the way back to Mr. Aladdin, who actually has been racing better when he's been off the pace. Chili Baba normally misses the start, and Super Hong Kong's drawn wide.
7 is 3 back on the inside following Verbier. Kingly Demeanor with Verbier a last start winner. Paul, and here it is. He was good, strongest boy winning 7, and Mr. Aladdin also come out of this race.
I think he can do this again. It took him a little while to get this win, but now he's stepping up in trip to the 1800 metres. He wasn't stopping. He was actually running away from them, and the time was quick. So the clock doesn't lie. You can see him winning really easy here. Strongest boy, he'll go in the numbers as well. He finished off. And Mr. Aladdin, he was in the red and white there, and not a bad run from him.
That's our first replay. The second one is over at Shard 10. Joyful Champion running second here. Leather Master, Chili Barber. Well, 2,000 metres looked ideal the way he had been racing. Ended up running 10th past a few. And that's a Super Hong Kong who was right in the market in this race.
Yeah, exact pertinent aboard. So he'll be unders in the market. Well, Super Hong Kong, barrier number 12. He's a horse who hasn't won for a long time, but his last 4 runs have all been reasonably good with placings and a couple of fourths in there. But you will have to take unders with him. You can see him in those green and yellow colours.
That is him on the outside. So they are some of the runners in race number 2. Who do you like? Got
to stick with Verbier. I just thought it was a strong win last time, and he can go back to back. A polar fighter, he's one of the downgraders. He's run 4th of 49. He comes down into Class 5 here from barrier number 4. Mr. Aladdin and Strongest Boy will get back. They'll be the running on the strongest from the back runners, I think. 7, 1, 9 and 6.
2 wins in a row for Paul, with Verbier to lead all of the way and win again by taking race 2. And Happy Valley race number 3 has Fortune Whiskey as number 1, carrying the top weight again, but a better draw. Prime Mortar's a 3-time course and distance winner. Jolly Ruler coming back from the 1650 to the 1200. Victor the Rapid wears blinkers for the first time. Incredible Moment, Wise Man are both first starters. Sunny Darling's won a trial on the all-weather since his last start, and Telecom Power runs off a rating of 40. A good draw with a lightweight. But the first start of the leader here, Paul.
He's led in his trials, and I think he's got the pace to get across from barrier 6 and lead this race. Sunny Darling, as you mentioned, was forward in a recent trial. Prime Mortar likes to go forward in his races. Telecom Power should get his opportunity with Fortune Whiskey. Top Peak there as well. He was a better run from him last time, because the last 3 starts he'd had blood on the tracker all 3 goes. And Swagger Bro from a wide draw might have to go all the way back.
Going to start with Jolly Ruler last time, placing over the 1650 metres. This going back to the 12th of March. Good Luck wins the race. He was down the track behind Sky Jewellery prior to this. Won't mind the drop back in trip, because he is a course and distance winner.
Yeah, 1 over 12. He's also 1 over 14 as well. So there is a bit of pace on in the race. It shouldn't really concern him too much. Look, he stretched out well here. He's 1 off 66. He's down to a rating of 55. Well-rated horse. He'll go in the numbers for me.
That's Jolly Ruler. Good start for him. Second up is Telecom Power, who's been progressing along the way. He's now up to 18 starts without a win, but he's come a long way since some early poor form, and ran 5th last time behind Stella Swift, who went a pretty good race at Sha Tin on the weekend.
He did. Look, he's eligible for a lower grade now. He's on this 40 rating. He's drawn barrier number 1. So if he does go down to Class 5, I'll be definitely keen on him there. He looks like he's capable of winning at the bottom of Class 4, though. He was on the cusp. He didn't quite make it in.
Swagger Bro now, he's got an 8 next to his name. Groovy Feeling runs 10th, but the focus here is in the horse in the red colours, who entered the race off a 3rd behind Dragon 4 Season. The traffic just does not get out of his way all the way down the straight. Been
unlucky a couple of starts now, Swagger Bro. He's that sort of horse that from his 6 starts, he's been unlucky a few times. And the reason being is his racing style a lot of the time, because he does get back. He's drawn 11, he'll get back once again, but he does look one of the main chances. He just needs luck.
At the other end is the first starter, who on the speed map we saw is the leader. This is a win on the all-weather. He came from 5th this day, but he's Happy Valley. Trial that he won prior to this was the one you said he showed the pace. He led all of the way.
Yeah, he led all the way at Happy Valley, and it was a lot better trial than this one, even though he did win this trial as well. I think the horse has got a really good amount of ability. We've seen these horses from Mark Newnham, Luke Ferraris team up and go really well this season. I think this is another possibility as well, especially at Happy Valley. He looks like he really suits Happy Valley.
That is Incredible Moment beating Lucky My Way, who is nominated to run on Sunday at Sha Tin, but 1 for 1 for the first starter.
Yeah, going to go with him. Look, it's always hard to win fresh up here in Hong Kong, but he seems to be a horse suited by the Valley, and he should be in the right position. He's not the biggest horse, 1,084 pounds, so he should be able to get around it. Swagger Bro needs some luck. Jolly Ruler back in trip. And Fortune Whiskey, a better draw from him, barrier number 2. 7, 3, 5, 1.
That is the preview for race number 3. It is the first leg of the early treble. Race number 4 is over the 1,000 metres. It is a Class 4 race with Thunder Prince carrying extra 3 pounds on his 4th last time. Sergeant Pepper is a 5-time course and distance winner. Side Happy comes back in trip. All's well fitter for his first start. Happy Boys has the hood coming off. Savvy Twinkle wears cheek pieces for the first time. Boom Bayah is now with Tony Cruz, who's removed the hood and added the tongue tie, and Spicy Knuckles eligible for the top of Class 5 down the bottom. And it's Victory 33 and Happy United beating here, Paul.
Yeah, they both like to go forward. Happy United's drawn 10, but I think he's just going to try and push on and get outside Victory 33. The key's what Spicy Knuckles does. If Spicy Knuckles really kicks up, and he's got pace as well, then poor old Happy United might be trapped wide. Right, I thought he might be able to get across. Plentiful should get a nice run in behind, along with Super 60. He won't be too far away. Sergeant Pepper looks like he's in for a wide trip from barrier 12. Inside Happy, Zach Burton jumping back aboard him will have to go back.
Straight to Nick with the rider of All's Well, it's Ben Thompson.
Ben Thompson, I hope all's well, because Wednesday night you've got a pretty good chance on that exactly named horse. It was a good debut, wasn't it, from him?
He was, Nick. He sort of backed up a really nice trial at Happy Valley with that good run. A better draw tomorrow night, so hopefully that's what he needs to hopefully break through.
And what was quite telling, I mean, obviously at Happy Valley it happens very fast, but just off that home turn, I mean, he barely had a horse behind him, but he made up some nice ground late, which is, never an easy thing to do around there.
He did. He, especially too, like there's a lot happening, albeit he's at a trial that there's nothing like race day, is there? So a completely different pressure to what he previously felt there, but coped with it really good, and especially after when you could say it could have been vulnerable when opposition had started their runs and most had put a little bit of a margin on him. He kept to the task and really rounded off well, if not better than anything else in the race. So barrier 3, they're going to go lickety split as they generally do over the 1,000 at Happy Valley, but I think off nice trials leading into his debut, and he's felt really nice and looked comfortable in his work since. We can run well.
And I guess off that, Ben, it probably wasn't a great shock to you that he did manage to run so well on debut.
No, not at all. He, as I said, he'd given every sign that he'd run well. It's always a touch disheartening when you draw a wide barrier, which more often than not play such a big part with results at Happy Valley. So hopefully a kind draw now, second time, it can be second time lucky.
I know it's very early in his career and his second run sticking to the 1,000, but he looks to the viewer that he shapes as if he might get a little bit further. Is that the sort of feeling you get off him as well?
Yeah, he does. I think, with my short involvement with him, he's a horse that he can travel quite strong. So I think the 1,000's a good fit for him at the moment. Just when like his first start, when he comes up with a wide barrier, it's not gonna, I think, make or break his chances over 1,000 metres, which we've seen last time. He still ran really well. So he does feel the sort of horse that once he does learn to settle and just really mature, for the best way to put it, once he matures as a fully fledged racehorse, who knows what his trip will be, but he definitely lets down and suggests that he'll run a strong 6 furlongs once Dennis Ship and Connections give him that task.
It is Ben Thompson talking All's Well. Paul, move on to Super 60 running 4th. We've also got Plentiful running 5th. Victory 33 and Sergeant Pepper, both out of form, that pair. But what of the two that do run on here in the red and white and the green and black?
Both in the numbers. Plentiful's had a run since this and was beaten. It was in the smallest of margins in that photo. Super 60 had excuses here because he came all the way wide, and prior to this he had won. So I think both these two are legitimate chances in the race.
That's a good report for them. We saw that run of Plentiful in the interview with Ben. It's the All's Well race, and off to a foggy Chungfa we go. Side Happy runs 3rd. His win was over 1,200 metres. He has placed at the 1,000. But when you see Zach Burton riding for David Hayes, there's always that wariness.
Yeah, exactly. I look at, he's drawn wide though. They wouldn't be too happy when they saw the number come out, barrier number 11. So he's going to have to go back from barrier number 11. He'll be running on. The 1,000 might be a little bit too short for him, so I've got him in on a very minor line. I think it just might be a few things against him in this race, mainly the draw.
Okay, that is Side Happy. Given a little while to get over that last start, 11th, but he was in good form prior to that as they hit the line up at Chungfa, through the fog, getting down the back straight. There's the red rail, and there is the trial. So that is Side Happy. Who's going in for race 4?
Going to go with Plentiful, just beaten at his last start. I think he can atone here. And when All's Well is a good debut run from him. Super 60, he went wide last time and didn't really get the race run to suit. Prior to that, he was a strong winner. And then Side Happy in there for 4th. 5, 6, 7, 4.
And race number 4 is the first leg of Wednesday night 6 Up. Trophy race, race number 5, the running of the Lusitano Challenge Cup, and it's over the 1,200 metres. Jumbo Treasure last start winner goes up £9 for it and comes to the Valley for the first time. Better Draw Flying Rote, Sky Cap has the cross nose band coming off. Big Stride, 5 trials ahead of his debut. Magic Beans, a wide draw again. View All Things has won a trial since his last start, and Draco comes back in distance. It's Jumbo Treasure worked at Sha Tin Paul to lead.
It changed the tactics, and it really did. And he set up some strong sectionals and still won Jumbo Treasure. It's only had the 3 starts. Skycap should get his opportunity in the trial from barrier number 2. Judy's Greatsman going forward. Looks a bit tough for Magnac. He's a really well-rated horse now, but barrier number 11, he's got a relatively new stable. Flying Road likes to go on the pace. Draco should get a better run. Bienvenue comes here for the first time. And the horse Big Stride, who's a first starter here in Hong Kong, has been going back in his trials.
Here is the win by Jumbo Treasure at Sha Tin. He drew barrier number 13, sped across and led and just kept on going. He won by 2 lengths. He was at 16 to 1, £135 this week. And first look at the Valley.
Yes, I mean, but his running style suggests he should be okay here at the Valley. I thought it was, he didn't even look like getting beaten here. The horses were coming up on the outside there and he just kicked away. And he was actually going further ahead on the post as well. Nice win from this horse. I think there's plenty more to come from him.
That's a good report for the Big Chestnut in our first replay. The second one is a while ago. We have to go back to the 24th of November. And Rising Phoenix was huge odds. He actually trialled up okay leading into this and runs out of a little bit of room down the straight too.
Really good trial from this horse. Haven't seen him at the racecourse for a while. As you say, he's had a couple of trials, I think, leading into this. Alluring Lau has been in quite good form. The horse that did win the race. You can see him in behind there. And as you say, he did run out a little bit of room late. But a nice debut run. I'm going to include him.
It's a Rising Phoenix, and that's his only start, so he races well first up. We've got Bienvenue running 5th and Skycap 7th here. Whitey straw for Bienvenue. It's Zach Purton getting on board again for David Hayes. Barrier number 7, and he comes to Happy Valley for the first time.
Just a bit of the unknown, I think, for Bienvenue coming here. Like he'd put in a couple of really good races at Sha Tin, but I think the roomy track had helped him. So I'm not really sure how he's going to go here at Sha Tin. But Zach Purton, of course, obviously a really eye-catching booking. I thought Skycap had every chance there, but he's drawn to get every chance once again. And
then a Skycap £7 claim 2 from barrier 2 for Skycap. Flying Rote, wide turning for home this day, ends up running 6th, but 2 starts ago, he drawn barrier number 1 and ran a close second, so back to that inside draw this week.
Yeah, he just got mugged late by Ace Power. He looked like he was going to win all over the place, did Flying Rote. Look, he was a little bit wide in this race. He'll get a lot better run in this. So, yeah, I'm definitely including him. I think he didn't give it away there, and he wasn't far away from 3rd.
And Giant Leap has one up in grade since that race too. So you make up of the top 4 for race 5.
They changed the tactics last time with the Jumbo Treasure, and he just kept going. I think this horse can easily win at the bottom of Class 3. So Jumbo Treasure on top for me. Flying Rote, we want to keep him safe. Rising Phoenix, hasn't seen him for a long time, but the only run we have seen him, he was very good. And Draco, been a lot of money for him recently. And at the bottom here of this Class 4, I think he's capable. 1, 3, 7 and 12.
It is Jumbo Treasure for Paul. Race 5, number 1 to win the first leg of the Triple Trio. And race number 6 now. It's time to preview this one. It's a Class 4 over the 1650. Happy Daily at the top of the book. Wide draw again for Sky Vino. Senior rider this week too. Ace War back from the 2000 to the 1650. Smart City, cheek pieces off. Visor first time. Oriental Surprise, blinkers off. Cheek pieces go on. And tongue tie for the first time. Confringo's sole win was in Class 5. And Courier Magic got absolutely decked at the 200 metres last time out. And they race in pairs, Paul.
They do. Look, Oriental Surprise and Wame Waiwai both like to lead. Wame Waiwai from barrier 2 should get that rail easy enough. Smiling Emperor, now he went back last start, but when he draws low, he goes forward. Smart City, 5 foot, Sky Vino, he's drawn 10. So I just think they'll be a little bit more comfortable with him and try and slot in Sky Vino. They went forward and sat on the pace, and it didn't work last time. Courier Magic should get his opportunity. Happy Daily was in a bad run, and Confringo and Midori Fuji from barrier 11 might have to go back.
Our first replay is Sky Vino running 4th, and what we don't see in this replay is the amount of work that he did early. I've got 139.54. It was such a hot tempo, Paul. He was entitled to finish a lot further back than what he did.
So he was 3 wide of the pace. The horse on the inside there Gallant Epoch, you can see him just dropping away now. And he was still challenging for the lead here, Sky Vino, all the way down the straight. Ended up just missing third, ended up running fourth. But any sort of run, he's got Hugh Bowman, the senior rider, going back on him. And when Hugh did ride him at Happy Valley, he won and then ran second on him. So he does know the horse quite well.
It's a good start for the replays with Sky Vino. Next up, we have a look at Firefoot over the 1,800 metres. So he's coming back in trip to the 1,650. He did win at this distance earlier in the season and placed behind Harmony Galaxy in this race, who looked a winner waiting to happen.
He did. Now, he's actually run up to 2,000 metres as well. So I don't know, coming back to the 1,650, how it's going to suit this horse. He's got Zach Purton aboard from barrier number 8. So maybe the 1,650 is what the horse does need because, as we said, he's been up to the 2,000.
And one more to look at, it's Midori Fuji, who heads home the 3 in this replay. Wame YY and To Infinity, the other 2. He's run 4th at his last 2 starts, Midori Fuji. Karis rides for David Eustace, but wider draw this week.
Yeah, so he'll have to go back like he did here. I'm going to include him on a minor line. I'm going to throw Wame YY in as well because he looks the leader in the race. He's off a rating of 47 now and did run second of 53. So I think both these 2 horses have got claims coming into this.
Sky Vino, though, on his last run, the one to beat.
Yeah, he looks the one. I mean, if he can reproduce what he's been doing recently, I think he'll be winning this. Wame YY from the front, Courier Magic should get a better run than he did last time. And Midori Fuji from the back, 2, 7, 11 and 3.
It's a win for Bowman and Founds for Paul in race number 6 with Sky Vino. And race number 7 now, we step this up to a Class 3 race over the 1,200 metres, and Sugar Sugar's a 6-time course and distance winner. Beauty Infinity is a 3-time course and distance winner. 7-day backup for Power Kept. Find My Love race wide in his return to Class 3 last start, and down to Conspirator, who's wearing pacifiers for the first time. Just the 10 runners here, Paul.
Yeah, look, Harmony and Blessed, I think he's going to get a better lead than he has in his recent races. He's normally been taken on, so Youthful Spirits, no Youthful Spirits in this race. Power Cap, he's got a new lease of life as an older horse. King of Fighters can go forward. Lucky 8 has won a recent trial. He'll just need a bit of luck from barrier number 8. Watch this one, Beauty Infinity midfield. Back to Sugar Sugar. Now, Sugar Sugar has led in the past, so he is quite versatile. So they might decide to go forward on him. Find My Love, Conspirator gets back. Nordic Dragon's been going back.
Interview time for race number 7. Nick with the rider of Watch This One. It's Karis Teeson.
Karis Teeson, it's a bit of the calm before the storm. Obviously, big weekend coming up, but Happy Valley Wednesday. Watch this one. Just the 2 runs so far, but he's acquitted himself well in both.
Yeah, Nick, his last run was a good run. I feel like he's going to get better with racing, and now stepping up in distance might just work out in his favour.
As you say, going from the 1,000 to the 12. I mean, he just looked that little bit one-paced against sort of capable sprinters. A couple of races won by Colourful King, but he's doing nothing wrong.
Yeah, he's doing nothing wrong. I thought the 1,000 at Happy Valley, was a bit too quick for him when I rode him, and I think once he goes, of course, the 1,200 will be better for him. Like you say, he's ran behind some nice horses last time, and let's hope he's improved from that.
He's in receipt of a nice bit of weight as well. Obviously, it's a competitive sort of heat, but the fact you've only got 118, barrier 1, there's plenty of positives. Yeah,
sure. That's going to be a big favour. It's going to work in his favour, really, because that good draw with that natural speed he's got, he's going to get himself into a nice position from, and of course, like you mentioned, he's got no weight on his back. I think he's going to go out and be really competitive.
That is Karis talking. Watch this one, Paul. We move on to Beauty Infinity. This is 2 starts ago for him because he had a race against Lucky 8. They tangle once again. Lucky 8's won a trial since this. Have you got these 2 in the mix?
I've got Beauty Infinity in. Look, the only concern is last start, he did have blood in the trachea, so I'm not sure internally if everything's in order there. But from barrier 4, if he reproduces this was a good run and a good win from him. Lucky 8, I'm worried about the barrier draw from him.
That's our first replay. Second one, we don't have to go back too far for. Last Wednesday at the Valley, and Power Kept only been with Mark Newnham for 2 starts, a win in Class 4, and then backed it up in Class 3 last week, running second to Giant Leap.
He's got him going really well, this horse, Power Kept. He's a 5-time winner from his 45 starts. He's had a few stables. I think he started life with John Size, Power Kept, and went Manfred Mann's had him. Now Mark Newnham's got him. Barrier 2, he'll get a nice run in behind. he'll get his opportunity.
That's a good report for him. Sugar's a Wednesday night regular. Ends up running third here from back in the field. He's had 11 and 12 at his last 2 starts. Casper's gone the claim again with Ellis Wong taking 7 off, but a better barrier 6.
Yeah, so they might be tempted to go a bit more forward with him. He has gone forward in the past, but some of his better runs is when he does go back. So, look, it's just what they decide to do on the night, I think, with Sugar, but the claim will help him.
And next one to have a look at is we've got King of Fighters 5th. You're a bit keen on Find My Love coming back up in grade off that win. He just had no luck from the draw and he had to race wide. And this is the race where Beauty Infinity had blood in the trachea.
Yeah, look, so he's right on the cusp for me, Find My Love. Barrier 7, it just looks a little bit tricky once again. And hopefully he doesn't get caught wide like he did in this. Look, he stayed on okay. He's a Happy Valley winner this season. And yeah, that's what I was talking about, Beauty Infinity. You know, just a little bit concerned with that run because he didn't do too much.
We've seen plenty of them in race number 7. Who do you like?
Going to make a value bet on this one we saw in that interview with Karis Teaton. One of the old boys, we've said him plenty of time, is Harmony and Bless. The reason I'm doing him, he's got a senior rider on, Andrea Zini will go aboard, and he looks the leader in the race. His last win was of 87. He's down to a 78 rating, so he's more than capable of winning. Power Cap in there for second. King of Fighters consistent. And well, I didn't want to totally leave Beauty Infinity out, but I just put him in on a minor line. 2653.
Paul with Harmony and Blessed to win his 9th race in Hong Kong by winning race number 7. And race number 8 now, we focus on this one. It's a 1,000 metre Class 3. Horsepower top weight again. Youthful Spirits goes forward. Sports Legend and Healthy both come back from the 1,200 metres. View of the World's just struggled a bit at his last 2. Season's Wit's a 4-time course and distance winner. And Parents Love, he is coming into Class 3 for the first time after winning down the straight at Sha Tin with a heap of speed in this race, Paul.
Yeah, the Youthful Spirit's one of the fastest out of the gates here in Hong Kong, so he should easily get to the rail. Parents Love's quite quick out as well, but so is Casa of Honour and so is Celestial Colours. So I think Parents Love will put a little bit of pressure on Youthful Spirits, but he might just have to work to get across. Healthy, Sports Legend can get that nice run with Seasons Wit, View of the World. Look, it's going to suit some of these horses at the back, like Horsepower though.
It's interview time. Nick speaks to the rider of Casa of Honour. It's Matthew Poon.
Matthew Poon, you've been in really good form all season and you're going to ride Casa of Honour for the 2nd time. Talk me through his debut, Matthew. It was a really good first run here in Hong Kong.
Of course, really happy how he won first start. Like in Class 3, lots of speed horses. He still like raced really well. Yeah.
And he's a PP, Matthew, and it's not easy for them to win on their first run in Hong Kong, but I guess the way he raced and he hit the line strongly, that he would have certainly come away from the race full of positive thoughts with him and a horse, maybe a nice horse for the future.
That's what we expect. Like first start, wide draw, he already performed really well, and we expect after one race he probably will be more fitter and yes.
Good draw as well. You mentioned the barrier draw. You're in 4 this time, so a good draw, a good barrier for him there.
Yeah, like better barrier. After 1-1, he will probably more fitter. So we expect he will run well and one better.
And before his first race, Matthew, I mean, you trialled him. He trialled really well. So he's got a big engine, this horse, hasn't he? He's certainly got the ability.
I like him. I can tell he improved after every trial. Yeah, and I'm pretty happy how he progressed. So I think he only will get better and better.
Yeah, indeed. As for you personally, you're up to 29 winners this season, so he could bring up 30 for you. It just continues to be a really good season for you, Matt.
Yeah, that's my plan. How you do that? Yeah. Well, I hope more winner to come, and I'm very hungry. So yeah, do my best.
There he is, Matthew Poon talking Casa of Honour. We're going to head to Sha Tin now, Paul, with Sparkling Fellow running 3rd. Celestial Colours gets a good draw here. Barry number 3 over the 1,000 metres with a hot pace in the race.
It's just behind it, so I think he'll get his opportunity. Well rated, 74. His last win was off, and he's basically on that rating now at 75, so more than capable. Look, this other horse, Sparkling Fellow, is really unlucky here. We don't know what would have happened if he did get the gaps. He had blood on the track here, so that's just a little minor concern with him.
And that's Dream Winner, who returned to form up the centre of the track to win that race. Horsepower comes back to Happy Valley. He ran 7th down the straight last time. He won his first 2 in Hong Kong. His win at Happy Valley was during the day meeting, and the pace in the race does look a good thing, doesn't it?
It does. It looks really well suited. He's only been to Happy Valley once, and that was that win on debut. Likes the course. So with the pace in the race, I think it'll be suited nicely for him. Zach Purton aboard. He's got 10, but it's not going to inconvenience him because he does like to get back anyway. Looks good for him, this race.
That is Horsepower and Star Performer. That was his Hong Kong debut, running 5th there. Horsepower too fast for them?
Looks that way for me. He's going to get back. He'll be finishing over the top. He's a really nice son of Harry Angel, this one. Castle of Honour, we heard from Matthew Poon there. Celestial Colours, that good run. And Youthful Spirits, he tries to hang on. Invariably, he can't. But he's normally not too far away from the winners. 1-7-3-2.
Zach Purton and Frankie Law to win race number 8 for Paul with Horsepower. And the last at the Valley, race number 9. It is a Class 3 over the 1,800. Money catcher. Both his Hong Kong wins have been 1,800 metres. 1 Sha Tin, 1 Happy Valley. Beauty Alliance comes out of the Derby. Fallon racing well. Jumbo Legend last start winner, extra £8 for it. Luck is back, wears cheek pieces for the first time, as does Charity Gain. Lean Hero jumps up to the 1,800 and Good Luck Win. He too is having his first time at the distance, Paul, and the extra run to the first turn means he should be able to get across.
Yeah, look, he couldn't get across last start, but I think there's less pace in this race than he should be able to. Money Catcher likes to go forward. He's been out of form for a long time now, Money Catcher. Barrier 11, he might have to work. But he has got that long straight. Luck is back, has gone forward in his races. Beauty Alliance, last time he was here, was forward. Northern Beast is another one that actually has led in the past. So he's another possibility to be a place closer. Excellent value, stepping up to the 1,800 metres. Lean Hero went back last start, and the other 4 go back as well.
We start with an interview Nick has done with the rider of last start winner Jumbo Legend. It's Harry Bentley.
Harry, race 9, good race on Wednesday night's programme. You're renewing the relationship with Jumbo Legend, who you were on last time, got the win, and he was good over the 22.
Yeah, he was. Naturally, there was always going to be question marks whether the trip was suitable, but he stayed every yard, and it was a really good performance.
He's a fascinating runner, isn't he? You mentioned staying, of course. I mean, he's got wins over 1,200 and 22. That's got to be quite a unique feat, I think, isn't it, really, to be able to win from that sort of sprint distance up to 2,200 metres?
Yeah, there can't be many that have done that. Yeah, I remember him winning over 12 on multiple occasions and just flying home. But, you know, credit to the horse. He relaxed really well over the 2,200 and never gave me a feeling that he wasn't going to stay out the trip. I mean, I had done a trial here at Sha Tin over 1,600 leading up to the race, and he gave me all the right feels, and it wasn't really in doubt when I rode him then.
Is it just the type of horse he is to ride? I mean, he looks always that he settles and relaxes nicely in his races and saves himself for the end. So I guess in that respect, he's a horse who, can have that little bit reserved for the finish.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, if he can just relax and put his head down, which he did last time, then naturally he's just going to be able to conserve that energy for late on when he needs it. And yeah, I mean, back down to 1,800, that's not going to be an issue.
Got the better of Fallon last time. Both horses renew acquaintances this time, and you're getting £3 from him this time, so there is a turnaround in the weights, but I guess you'd be fairly keen and confident that you can confirm that form.
Yeah, I am. He's given me no inclination that he can't go and do the same again. Naturally, Fallon and myself are off more similar weights, or closer in the weights, but I'm very confident and happy with how my horse is coming into the race.
That is Harry Bentley. Paul, our first replay is winning form around Beauty Alliance. He's won his last 2 at Happy Valley. He has run since at Sha Tin. That was in the BMW Hong Kong Derby.
Yeah, this looks so much easier coming back to a Class 3 race than the Derby. Look, he He failed in the Derby, fair to say, finishing towards the back. But prior to that, 2 strong wins here at Happy Valley. Looks well placed once again. Bet a lot of his rivals here very easily, so he looks the one to beat.
That is a good report for Beauty Alliance. Now we've got Chain of Gold here, who's lightly tried when it comes to 1800. He has placed at the trip, does tend to like to get back and run on. Lean Hero's a 4-time winner, off rating 65, 59, 54 and 50. He's running off a rating of 63 this week.
Yeah, look, I'm going to put Chain of Gold in. I actually put Lean Hero in last time, and I was a little bit disappointed with his run. But here, Chain of Gold has been running on strongly at his last couple of races. He's getting down to his winning rating now. He won off 61. He's only won once, but there's been numerous placings thrown in there.
An excellence value. Mark Noonan trains him. Good draw, and he's been placed behind Unicorn and beat Unicorn 2 starts ago. Pretty consistent horse, and he's raced well at the Valley.
Yeah, look, he likes Happy Valley. He's had 2 goes there. My little reservation with him is he's come to his end of his run here over 1650. Now he's got to step up to 1800 metres. So the extra 150 metres was just my little concern with him. You can see he didn't hit the line strongly at all. But saying that, if he gets a better run from barrier number 1, he might be able to be there at the finish.
Are you with the Derby form, though, in the last?
I am, yeah. Look, we saw California Totality come out and win, and he finished probably alongside Beauty Alliance at Sha Tin on the weekend. So Beauty Alliance here to win from Charity Gain, who's another one who gets back in his races. Cheek pieces on him. He's drawn barrier 2. Chain of Gold, and Fallon meets Jumbo Legend a lot better at the weights. 3, 8, 9 and 4.
And that is all of the selections for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9 races on the C course, and the first, the gates open at 6:40.